Hello, in today's video, I will show you the answer key for Unit 4 quiz. And to start with, it says in question number 1, the complement of 84 is blank and the supplement of 84 is blank. So when we say complement, it means that it is the sum of the two angles is 90 degrees. So therefore, if I'm gonna subtract 84 to 90, the answer would be 6. And that's the complement. And for supplementary, it means that the two angles equals to 180. So 180 minus 84 is equal to 96. Let's proceed to the next one. Second question. Find x. So this is EAT. When you say EAT, external angle theorem, where it says that the value of the exterior angle can be obtained by adding the sum of the two remote interior angles. So therefore, I should have equal these two. So 3x minus 10 is equal to 25 plus x was 15. So therefore, I'm going to add these two. That would become 3x minus 10 equals 40. And then plus x. So then combined terms, we have 3x minus x and 40 plus 10. So therefore, that would become 2x is equal to 50. And that's why x is equal to 25. If x is 25, therefore that's the answer. Because we are asked to find x only. Number 3. Find the missing angle in the diagram below. Hint, find the angles in alphabetical order. So if I were to answer this one, I would go first to the number or to the letter which has an obvious answer. So just in case that I have B here, it says 56. So since B and 56 are vertical angle, so I would say that B is 56 degrees because they are vertical angle. Next, if that's 56, so 56, A and 56 are angles that produce a straight line. So I will subtract 180 minus 56 gives you 124. So A is 124. Again, they are a linear pair, which means that it is a supplementary angle, which is 180. Next, so A is 124. 124. Next, 66. That is, so if that's 124 and that's a B, so 124, 56, yeah, that is correct. So therefore, so these two angles are congruent. That is, okay. So B, I need to erase it, but I can't. So it means that B, So I'm gonna use another color. B and a C are on the same position. They are corresponding angle. So therefore, I'll say that if B is 56, so C is 56. Oh, so that's 56, it's 124. Next, what else? That's 90, 156. Let's see. H. Okay, 56. We can't have that, so we need to change that, and K can be equal to each other. Line 2, line 1. They are parallel. And as we can see here, it says D is 38. So if this is 38 and that's 56, so it can form 180 again. A straight line. So 56 plus 36, subtract it from 180, will give you again 56 plus 36. Subtract it from 180 will give you 88. So angle N is 88. If that's 88, so these two are the same. These two angles are the same, so this one is also 36. If that's 36 plus 36 and the interior of a triangle is 180, so 36 plus 36 subtracted from 180 will give you what? 108. So this is 108. H is 108. So H is 108. H is 108. Next, so H and K are also a pair of supplementary angle. So therefore, 180 minus 108 will give you 72. So K is 72. If K is 72, that would be, so P, what is N again? N is 88. So N, if N is 88, and then this is 56, you're gonna add them and subtract it from 180. So 88 plus 56 minus, that would be 36. So P here is 36. Why it becomes 36? Because the interior of a triangle is 180. That's why it becomes like that. Next, what else? G. G, where's G? Oh, okay, there's G. So this is G. So if it says that D is 38, and they have the same measure here, so that's 38. How did I say so? Because of the markings. Look at the markings, they're all just one. So that's 38, this is 66, and the total is 180. So therefore 180 minus 38 minus 66 will give you 76. So therefore, F is 76. If that's 76, angle E is also 38. So G, if F is 76, D is 38. So 76 plus 38. Subtracted from 180 is 66. So that's 66. Yep, that should be. Right? Next number. Number 4, the vertex angle of an isosceles triangle measures A plus 12, and one of the base angle measures 10A. Find each angle measure. So for you not to be confused of what is in the illustration, you need to draw. It says the vertex angle of an isosceles triangle. So let's take that these two sides are congruent. So that will be an isosceles triangle. And this vertex angle here is A plus 12. A plus 12. So therefore, A plus 12. And then, so each base angle is 10A. 10A. So we need to make them equal to 180 since the interior is 180. So we have A plus 12 plus 10A plus 10A. Total will be 180. Therefore, 10, 10, 1 is 21A plus 12. So that will become 21A equals 180 divided by 12 is 15. So A is equal to where am I? Hold on. I'm sorry, I'm lost. Hold on. Again, I'm sorry. I just received a message. That's why I'm out of focus. All right. So again, I'll demonstrate how an isosceles triangle looks like. Oops. So that's a triangle. So two of its sides are congruent. And this is A plus 12. This is 10A. And that's 10A, which means that the opposite sides and opposite angles are congruent. And the interior of a triangle is 180. So 10A plus 10A is 20A plus A is 21A plus 12 equals 180. So 21A equals 180 minus 12. So therefore that would be 168. So 21A equals 168 divided by 21 will give you what? 8. So your A is 8 and then your base angles would be 80 each. 8 and 80. All right. Next. Number 5. Use the figure to the right to find X and Z. So if that's the case, the segment of length 2x plus 1 is a mid-segment. Okay. So in that case, I know that the mid-segment is twice of the third side. So therefore, I would multiply 2x plus 1 twice and equal it to the third side, which is 8x minus 2. Therefore, that will become 4x plus 2 equals 8x minus 2. So 4x minus 8x equals negative 2 minus 2. So that's negative 4x equals negative 4. So x is 1. Now, if x is 1, oh, yeah, excuse me, x is 1. So these two sides are congruent. So therefore, 3z equals to z plus 22. So 3z minus z equals 22. That would become 2z equals 22, where z is equal to 11. So this is 11. There you go. Next number, oops. Next number 6. Jimmy tried to solve the below question by setting each side equal to 60. Explain what did he did wrong and fix his mistake. In this case, Jimmy needs to equal the equation into each other. So that this 5y minus 6 is equal to 4y plus 12 because they are congruent. Because this is an equilateral triangle. So if the interior of this triangle is 180, all this angle is 60. There's nothing to do with the sides, okay? Sides are all congruent. Sides are all congruent, which means that he should have equal the equation to each other. That's the explanation, and that's the correct way of solving it. Next. Find the x. So this is a vertical angle. So therefore, that will become 9y plus 7 equals to plus 98. So therefore, 9y minus 2y equals 98 minus 7. So that will become 7y equals 98 minus 7 gives you 91 divided by 7 is 13. So y is 13. Find the missing angle measure. So if y is 13, I'm going to plug in back. So 9 times 13 plus 7 will give you, plus 7 will give you, again, 9 times 13 plus 7 is 124. So each of the angle is 124 degree. All right. Next. Solve x. So 10x minus 23 and 137 is alternate interior angles. So therefore, that would become 10x minus 23 equals 137 because all alternate interior angles are congruent. So therefore, 10x equals 137 plus 23 will become 137 plus 23 is 160. So that will become 16. So x is 16. So for x, so we're good. Next, oops, I'm gonna erase it first. Next, number 9. This is optional bonus. If triangle ABC is isosceles and triangle DBE is equilateral triangle, then angle 1 would be, again, I did not pay attention again. If triangle ABC is isosceles, and triangle DBE is equilateral triangle, that means they are all equal to each other, then angle 1 would be, okay, I got it. So these two are congruent because they are isosceles and they are base angles. So 4x plus 3 equals 9x minus 47. So 4x minus 9x equals negative 47 minus 3, which means it's negative 5x equals negative 50. That will give you positive 10. So 10, 4 times 10 plus 3 will become 43. So angle 1 is 43. And angle 7 will become, if this is 60, that's 60, and that's 60. And this is 120. So therefore 120 plus 43. Again, 120 plus 43 is 163. Subtract it from 180 will give you 17. So this small little thingy here is 17. So 7 is 17. That is 17. I'm pretty sure. Next. Number. That's it. Wow, I'm done.